Hello, my name is Maria Fiorito, and I am presenting my curriculum unit plan with the theme Art is Emotion, the Power of Emotion in Art as Self-Expression and a Catalyst for Change and Awareness. This 9-week unit for grades 9 to 12 was created for the University of Florida course ARE 6148, Curriculum in Teaching Art, with Dr. Hunter Doniger as instructor. The purpose of this unit is to help students gain a deeper understanding of the significance of emotion in art and its being able to communicate profound concepts and messages to its viewers and incite change in individuals, community, and even the world. The lessons in this unit will also give students the opportunity to learn and demonstrate that understanding by creating artworks using methods employed by artists whose works exemplify emotion in all its forms. Throughout the unit, students will analyze emotion through a gradual process of complexity, beginning with non-representational abstraction, then expressionism, symbolism, and ending with portraiture. Lessons' objectives are that students gain the insight and skills to create art grounded in human emotion. Through the exploration and creation of art founded in emotion, students will establish a deep knowledge that they and their peers are unique and valued individuals. Unit understandings are emotion as an intrinsic human condition, emotion as a tool for awareness and change, symbolism for an emotional connection, and understanding identity through the self-portrait. The unit's learning encounters are class and small group discussions germinated from the artist and artwork presentations, as well as reflection and experimentation prompts in student art journals and sketchbooks. Major projects at the conclusion of each lesson will help students develop skills in art mediums and methods, and assessments and peer critiques will be practiced to cement essential understandings of the unit. Shown here is one of the unit lessons handouts, which format will be utilized in all lesson handouts. Lesson handouts contain an introduction to the lesson topic, as well as prompts for class and breakout groups. Terminology and concepts are included, as well as the artists, which will be featured in the lesson's PowerPoint. Journal and sketchbook prompts are noted as well, and the lesson's major project is shown at the end of the handout. The handout is intended to be kept in the student's journal for future referencing. There are 4 major art projects within this unit, one for the conclusion of each lesson. Projects are meant to ease the student into a gradual progression of skill and emotional conception complexity. Students will learn in each lesson a new art medium and method, as well as a new way to express emotion in art. By the end of each lesson and the unit itself, students should be able to refer to their sketchbooks and journals and implement the plans and ideas into their next project. They can apply the skills and knowledge gained to assist them in their final self-portrait project, as they will be given free rein on medium, method, and style use. This slide shows the different assessment handouts that will be given to students. The assessments implemented are set as formative, self, and summative approaches. Formative assessment will be utilized throughout a lesson, mainly as auditory evaluations of class and small group discussions, and the assessment of journal and sketchbook responses and explorations. Both teacher and student will practice walk-around evaluations and critiques of student art during artwork creation. Students will also refer to a self-assessment handout and project rubric during artwork creation. Both student and teacher will participate in summative assessment. Students will have the opportunity to practice in a final critique of student projects at the end of class or during a formal exhibition. They will also respond to prompts in a final assessment handout, mostly for self-reflection, which will help them understand how they can proceed and progress in the next projects. These images are of artworks I've created and then used for the purpose of concept examples in my lessons, or as examples of major project artwork. The first artwork shown here is of a portrait example I made and then used for the Lesson 4 self-portrait project. This will help give students the idea and inspiration that they have many art medium options to choose from. The center image shows a study I made of Edgar Degas' Blue Dancers, which I used in Lesson 1 as an introduction to emotion in art, and to show students that studying an artist's method and emotional style is helpful in understanding and learning a new artistic approach. The last image is of a Matisse-inspired cutout I made as a completed project example for Lesson 2 to show students how one can convey a message or concept through form and composition. These are some of the talented contemporary artists that are featured in the unit lessons. Their works were chosen as they directly relate to lesson topics, but also for the fact that their creators are all regarded as leading examples of their artistic styles and have created works that exemplify emotional concepts inspired by their life experiences, backgrounds, and individual natures. These artists' works should present to students the varied styles and expression method created by artists. The next grouping features artworks also studied in the lessons. They too were chosen for their varied styles, as well as to showcase both art that may or may not be recognized by students, giving them potential interest for discussion. This is to help establish the idea that though these works of art vary greatly in almost every artistic aspect, they all share an emotional foundation made of the artist's identity and their intent to communicate to the viewer in a powerful and emotional way. All of these artwork groupings will be on display for students to analyze and seek inspiration from as they work on their final art projects. It is my desire that when learners practice self-expression, create art upon a foundation of emotion, and evaluate other works of art, all within this unit, that they will leave with a deeper understanding of themselves and their peers as individuals with value, which will establish greater appreciation and empathy for each other. I hope that when they create, they will have greater impact on their audience and form substantive connections with those they share their art with. I hope that they too will have a full experience during the process, learning the skills to better fully express themselves as they wish, and in turn finding and understanding their identity in a new way. They then will be able to leave with a newfound desire to leave an imprint in their community for good and a knowledge that they have a means to do so.